Can you guys hear me? No, so that was ugly. I didn't realize the stream was off. I've been talking. I swear I don't know how long you guys were out, but I was talking non-stop for a while, and then I look and the stream, it literally, so typically, you know, when the stream ends, I get some time, right, while you get the circle thingy. Right now, by the time when I looked up or when I looked at this screen, it was already the next stream playing. You guys hear me? And I'm talking, I'm like, all right, gang, I'm gonna close right here and wait on the hourly close here, and when I look up, it's out. So I closed at BE, and I think Zoom was on for that. I don't, you guys heard me on Zoom, right? So I'm not too worried. I think Zoom heard me say that. We all heard me. Yeah, all right. So I don't want nobody going like, yeah, whatever, motherfucker. You just closed the stream and you call it. No, Zoom heard me say, like I said it. I didn't. So when I said it on Zoom, I didn't know we weren't running on stream. So no, I closed and said I was gonna wait on the hourly close because I didn't like the way we were printing here on the 5, but just with the way that it was printing at the moment, but. Yo, so they heard? Chad even said I'm still in. Hold on, let me start the Zoom. I'm gonna bring the Zoom gang on here. Hold on, same meeting ID if you guys want to hop in. Or you guys, hold on, you guys were still in that room? Oh, hold on. I don't know what happened. 4 people in the waiting room, 10 people. Yeah, admit all, join. Oh, I think there was a whole bunch of people that were like still in there. So I don't know what happened. Is the YouTube crashed? My Zoom didn't crash. Zoom stayed on. Typically it's the Zoom that crashes and the OBS. But that was straight YouTube. That was not the OBS, and that was not the bro was like, he left like my father did. Yo, yeah, you don't understand. I'm over here sweating buckets trying to get this shit up and running because it looks fucked up the way it closed out. It's like, it's not, you know, I don't want to do that shit. Zoom mic muted. Hold on. It can't be. Really? Is it chat right now? Zoom, can you hear me? How to manage? If you're still in here, all right. So if you're still in here, I think if you're gonna sit through the position, it's highly likely it'll still get back up there. You're looking for pineapples at 22.44, or you're looking for the closure here and then a top wick, because once you close below here, you're looking for a top wick. The top wick should be your exit once you get back to entry, unless the first thing you do is make a bottom wick and then get back to entry. And at some point you do need to come up here. It's just you have to pay attention. It might not get all the way back up to your entry, so pineapples might be in order, but we'll see. Yo, Eddie, can you hear me?
We can't hear you through Zoom.
You can't hear me through Zoom? Oh, I guess not. Hold on, I have no idea what happened. And you know how I found out that you can't hear me? My mic went goodbye. What? Typically it happens when it's not connected, but it's got to be connected right now. Alright, so output. How about now? Yeah.
There we go.
We in there. So look, if you want to get out, you could probably get out break even somewhere around here right now, right? But I mean, if it drives up here, it drives up, but you only have a minute. So if you're managing it, just get out. I said out right here, right at the last 15 minutes, I said I'm getting out and waiting on the hourly close, or at the last 10. Because I had doubts that we're going to drive up. We made 2 attempts here. One, and then we made a bottom wick, and another attempt to drive up and still close doji. So I had doubts that we're going to drive up here. That's why I'm waiting on the hourly closure. Chat, I'm going to stick around for another 15, 20 minutes. I mean, we came back on stream, so I'm going to stick around. Yeah, I'm going to add, hold on, let me add the VE on here as well.
Careful.
This shit's fucking 0 flat for me. It was actually, it had to be, I had to be 2 pips in profit, a pip and a half in profit to get 0 flat.
Yeah, on my thing on the balance sheet it says 0, 0, 0.
Yeah, that's exactly what it says on it. 0, 0, 0, 0. Here's your closure. So the hourly closed bearish, but still respecting the support more or less. Close right at it, right? Right at that area. So we've tapped this support. Remember that we wanted before on the dot. I think for us to get buys, you would need to look for a bullish closure here. 15.5. Once you get a bullish closure, you can look for a bottom wick. It wouldn't be too steep either. 48.6. Yeah, once this candle closes bullish, then you can look for it. Look, the 4-hour might actually give you that flip. You just can't do it right now, right? Because you can, what do we know, right? We don't have a top wick on the previous hourly. We can just come up, make one. And the hourly's got a pretty solid wick to fill down. Yeah, it closed at a support, but don't let the support fool you, right? It's a minor support. Higher time frame is 55.44 here, 110 pip range, right? So this can come up here, give you that top wick. And oh wait, my annotation bar, come back, baby, come back, right? What do we know? Candles that have no top wicks, highly likely the next candle can come up, make one for it, and if that's what it does and then flips, you're filling the wick down, right? So you can come up, create that top wick for that previous candle, which means at this point the 4-hour will get a top wick as well, right? And the 4-hour is bearish, so you can definitely get all that, right? Top wick on the 4-hour, continue down. Top wick on the hourly, continue down. Pretty solid wick here on the hourly, a lot of range to fill, maybe even lower to 44. So that is why I say at this area now, it's not just the bottom wick, you also need a bullish closure. We wanted the hourly flip on the last hour. It didn't happen. It's closed bearish, it gave us enough range to fill. You want the 4-hour flip, but in order for that 4-hour flip to be valid and be confident that it's going to drive up, because the previous 4-hour is bearish, not bullish like on the hourly, right? In the last hour. So now you just need a bullish closure. You need to have candles start lining up, which means you need to have the hourly start closing bullish, the 30 start closing bullish, or since they're all closing bearish at this point, right? Now you realize they're all closing bearish. You do have a minor level here. 4-hour bearish, 1-hour bearish, 30, 15, everything closed bearish. You look to actually get that closure below here, right? Below the support. 30, 15, right? You look to get a closure below 22.48.6. And once you get that closure below, you're looking for a top wick probably to 22.50. And at this point, if it happens now you have all your candles lining up. So if that's the case and you do get your closure, right, you have your level here. Let's go to 30. Right there, you have your level here. Once you do have your closure below here, you need a top wick, and you'll probably end up zooming into the 15, finding a level here, finding a level here. Boom. Boom. Right? We can see these two levels. Now, what you would want to look at is if the candle before on the small time frame tapped that area. So if we get this candle tapping this level and it doesn't drive, right, doesn't fill the range here, and you end up coming up for a top wick, you don't want a top wick off the same area. No, because you tried that and it bottomed out here. So now you want the next resistance, right, which would be here. And if that happens and this bottomed out, right, but now you've tapped that higher time or that steeper resistance, and now you flip, this has a higher likelihood of driving down. Okay, capiche? Understand? So I'll stick around here for this first 15-minute candle, see if we can get that on the 15 or the 30, and if we can't, I mean, we'll call it a session, right? But that's what we might look for. Oh shit, let me get back to the stream. I hope it's still streaming. Hold on. Yo, if I get back right now and this shit's off again, I'll flip a bit. Still in profit. I mean, that's your trade already. That's like that. My trade's gone and over with, right? Like the idea I had was on the last hour, and that's gone. Oh, whoops, echo. You keep holding on. Well, thing is, we had a few attempts to drive up. We haven't yet. So at this point, I think any attempt to drive up can be a top wick until we get a closure. The 15 faked out, never drove. We had our chance. Yeah. Yeah, this has been an ugly stream. Not a big fan of today's stream. I hate when there's fuckery like this.
Just means it'll set up for London.
It's frustrating. Stream turn, and like the stream closed at 10 minutes, you know, till 10. Like besides the fact that we're in a trade, it's also at the end of the stream, like, you know, restarting everything at the very end of the stream. Like it's frustrating.
400 people came back.
I think that's pretty much. I was like, actually, no, it's about half. A little more than half. I think we had around 700 peak today. I don't know what turncoat demand means. Right, so you might actually get your 15 or 30 closures. Shit, I don't mind even if it's a 5 is a lower level, but I don't mind if it's a 15. But the 15, you're gonna need to come up with a steep wick here immediately. 2050.9. You said a chance goes B here. What do you mean? This is basically where we entered. Or like pt2 off. The thing is, we have more data, right? Like that trade doesn't exist anymore. Our position doesn't exist anymore. Like with new data printing, every candle closure is more data, right? Use it to your advantage. And with that data, I just wouldn't have a position here. Don would have held it. No, Don, when the shit doesn't make sense anymore, and if he's a BE and his position doesn't make sense, he'll close it out if it doesn't make sense. There are times like he's very fluid in the markets. Like he lets candles, you know, close and tell him what really going on.
Well, during New York, that trade would have probably ran.
Yeah, I also believe with more volume, the trade runs, and I think we're still going up to those levels. It's just we're not going up there now. We're gonna go there with New York volume. But it's irrelevant. Like you gotta approach it understanding, right? This isn't New York, and like when you leave possibilities open for, or you just pay attention to the nuances of like, hey, all right, we need to drive here. We just had an attempt. We don't have the New York volume, right? So if it's gonna drive, re-break the highs and not drive again, right? It's gonna make another attempt, not drive again. It's probably not gonna have enough volume to do it right now, right? And on the 15, right? I don't know. Created a bottom wick, closed back in range, try to drive here, failed. Made a bottom wick, try to drive, failed. Made a bottom wick, flipped here, and still closed bearish and failed. It's numerous attempts to drive. And then the higher time frame closes bearish against you. New York, all right, next resistance. Understand here, maybe two, but we gave it a chance, right? It tried next resistance, and once you don't get that, try it again, and once you don't get that, it closes against you. You say, all right, now I gotta hold off and wait for it to set up again, or wait for there's more volume, or ideally you wait for both till there's more volume and it sets up again. How many times have we been over that where like you take a trade at 11 p.m. and it don't go, you hit stops, you hit BE, whatever ranges, and then same trade, 3 a.m. London hits, boom, same exact setup. It resets up again and then it goes because it just didn't have enough volume, so it came back in range, right? And volume time came in and that same breakout drove. You were early. Not just where you were correct about where you were, but you were wrong about when. And you want to put yourself in the better position, right? Highest possible position to succeed. You do that during a volume time because that's when the market has a chance to actually go instead of coming back and ranging and waiting for a later time, right? How many times have you traded before market open and then from market open and then you get the same positions? One runs, one doesn't. Just ranging at the moment. I think you got your top wick here, right, on the 15. So let's look. Got your top wick, but you don't have any closures below you yet, right? So this, you could have taken this as a closure below, but then like have to stretch the shit out of this chart. And then you can see like, yeah, this candle, previous candle closed below, but did it really close below here? Not really. So now you're getting a push. You go back to that level that we had, right? We had the level here, right? Now you're getting a closure. Well, maybe. You got 2 minutes for the 15. The 15's a bit lower, right? The 15's here. But overall, yeah, this is fine. You see how the 15 levels line up? I mean, the 30 levels line up. The 15, not really. I think your best bet is to wait for the 30. Once the 30 is below here, you wait for a top wick. Yeah, I have a hard time being in here on the 15.
Even on the 5, it's still
the only way. Yeah, you would need like you need something like this. You'd need a really steep top wick probably to create one for the previous hourly or previous area here. Right? Was that the previous hourly? No. Yeah, that's the previous hourly. That's where you would want it. I think that's where you, because right? You'd want to make a top wick for the previous hourly. That's where it is. That's the next resistance above the areas that we've already tapped. And look at the last time when it drove down here. Look where the top wick came. You see this? That top wick tapped all the way up here, which would fall in line with this level and with the top wick for the previous hourly. If all these things happen and then you re-break the lows, you're good to go. But what happens is people don't wait for their position. They don't wait for all these things to happen. They wait just for one of these things, two of these things to happen, and they take entries, and it's like not everything lined up. There were things just telling you not yet, right? So just make sure you pay attention. Am I tripping to restart the stream? Yeah, YouTube, fuck this. You always respect lower time frame prints when your entries based off a higher time. My entries, my levels are more or less based off the higher time entries. I take into consideration the small time frame when entering. And the price came up to be again. Yeah, during the second stream, price came up. You had a chance to. Damn, I knew I should have. I mean, we told you. I mean, we didn't tell you like you should have. Like we told you what we did and why. But if you knew you should have closed, why didn't you? And so you can't say that. Technically, you didn't know then, right? But if you knew and you didn't, then it's not your day. Yeah, I mean,
usually if you're not sure, the best thing to do is just to get out.
Yo, I learned that lesson before I was profitable. Like, that was one of the things that helped me stop losing more money. If at some point in the trade I realized, like, hey, I'm not really sure what my next move is, I would close out. There's like, when at that point the trade, like, the market's winning. The market has control over your trade and you don't, because you're not really sure what the moves are. And I would close out. I'd be like, all right, if I don't know what I'm gonna do next, like, why am I here? Why am I in here? And then I would reevaluate. And sometimes it'd be a good position and I'd be like, that's what you get, asshole, for, not knowing what to do. Now you know what you should have done. And like, you would have this internal battle. But I think long term, if you don't over risk on your positions, it won't hurt you. Closing when you don't have a plan, and it builds, right? It's kind of a double whammy. It does two things for you. It forces you to open smaller positions where that doesn't hurt you if you don't have a plan, right? So you're managing risk pretty well, right? You're paying very little for possible lessons that you're gonna learn at 0.01. Right, drop all the way down. And number one, and number two, you learn, you get a good habit of having a plan or getting out of positions that don't have a plan.
It's like you see yourself negative 10, 15 pips and you're like, oh man, I don't want to lose 50 bucks. I don't want to lose $100 bucks. But then it goes down.
0.01, you wouldn't care, but you would understand why you're doing it and you'd build a habit. But even then, at 50 bucks, like, once you build that habit and then you're down 10, 50, 20, 30, 40, $50, I mean, where you care, you built up that habit, shit, it'll keep you from being down 150, 160, right? Like, you've got to come to terms with the fact that, like, yeah, there's drawdowns, there's losses. You want to keep everything blue, but, like, you will see red from time to time. Good night, y'all. Good night, good night. No Diddy on double whammy. I'm so glad the Zoom. I'm gonna have these things fucking recorded, like, with sound in my room. Because if Zoom didn't hear me say, hey, I'm going break even here, That'd be fucked up. I'm hopping on the stream. By the way, I closed. Be like, huh? Who? Nobody knows you closed. Who? You told who? I'd be like, nah, hold on. I'm gonna have Jeffrey pull up the security cameras. Albert or Jeffrey or whatever. I'm gonna have Albert pull up the security cam. Music too loud? Sorry. Told who? What you mean? I said, I'm so glad the Zoom heard me. I told everybody, just the people on the YouTubes didn't get a chance to hear it. Knicks got robbed last night. I only know the result, right? They lost in overtime, I heard. I don't think they got robbed. I actually saw it on SportsCenter. I saw Jalen Brunson's last shot. I think he should have hit that. But you know. Da-na-na. Albert, pull up the tapes and bring me some creme brulee and a Pikes Peak coffee from Starbucks. When you came back, another chance to be, yeah. No funny kid named Albert. Like I figure if your name is Albert, you gotta be a funny kid. Never met a boring Albert. I mean, I've met only like one in my life, but he wasn't boring. Delivers weed across the GTA 24/7. Damn. Albert
Spanish,
out
bro.
there driving around, looking at the stream, talking about chill, bro.
I know so many Albertos.
Oh, Alberto, yeah.
Like 30 of them.
But like Al, and not Alan, but like Albert.
I don't know a single Albert.
I know one. Two if I get rid of the O. Two if I get rid of the O at the end. Met him on the replay. Good kid. What you think of the name Alejandro? Alejandro. I think Gaga. When I hear Alejandro, I think Gaga. Alberto? No, Albert. Albert and Alberto is not the same shit. Bears breaking all the structure now. Yeah, I mean, 15 closed. I wanted to stick around for the 15. 15 closed with no bottom wick, so maybe I'll stick around for the 30. But 30 kind of looks better anyway. It's an ugly level here on the 30. Yeah, the sweet's starting to hit. I'm out at 10:30. Yeah, it's a good time to go. 10:30 sounds like a good time. We have a chance. We have a chance for one trade here. If we can close below here, right where we are right now, and then a top wick to at least 2250, top 5, and bearish reflip, and we in there like swimwear. Yeah, I don't know if I told you this, chat, but go follow the IG. Go follow the IG. Trying to grow that. Trying to grow it like it's my head. Yeah, I don't know. Florida's not a real place, bro. It's fucking crazy. Don't trust the hourly structure for the buys. Yeah, I mean, we can get this 30 closure looking like sells. Strabel stream, don't hold on a second, chat. Is it a farewell stream? Well, if you don't come back, it will be. But we hope to see you back mañana. That's tomorrow for all of you no speaky Spanish people. I don't know, I'm one of y'all. I'm one of y'all no speaky Spanish. I just know words. I'm sure some of you know other words. If we put our minds together, we can probably come up with a partial sentence. 3 minutes here for the 30 to close. So a couple of things. We need a bottom wick. We get no bottom wick, I call it a stream. We need a top wick to 2250. If we create a bottom wick and break the low of this candle that's open right now on the next candle before creating that top wick, I will call it a stream. Yeah, we did agree on English. Grew a plant in my house like 3 months this year just to see if I could, and I did. Hypothetically, I put it outside and ducks ate it. Yeah, whatever. Homie threw it into his barbecue. You smell it? Can you smell it? It's the terpene. It's the terps. The terps are adding the flavor to the muscle tissue when it's breaking down in the fire, and you get a juicier steak. You also get a higher THC content level absorbed into your bloodstream per se, according to my calculations. Yeah, join Wix 9 for my next cooking show. Follow me for more cooking advice. Why don't you trade New York sessions? I do. What's up?
Infused oxtail.
Infused oxtail. Shit. If they sell some shit like that, I already can't find my feet after an oxtail. If they go infuse oxtail, yo, I got the only itis after oxtail. If they infuse oxtail with some indica, forget finding my feet. I'm not gonna have the motivation to find them. I'm motivated right now, but I can't. You know? But if I have some cannabis, yeah, I'm not gonna be motivated to find my feet. Yeah, I'm just gonna be chilling there.
Yeah, we're knitting in the morning and cooking at night, chat. Both sessions.
W. Ash brownie? No, I don't know about no ash. Hash brownie sounds good. You can keep the carcinogens. I'm good with the ash. But some hash, I'll take it. That basket was a real W. Oh yeah. I got talents, bro. You should see me stop on a dime on an ice rink. Alright, chat. We're getting this closure belowsure. We got somewhat bottom wick. Okay. So if we break this low, previous candle low, I'm gonna call it a stream. If we can come up and break the previous candle high, we'll have a sell stop. Alright. I think you really want to know why I don't do a live in New York session, because I'm on Donvo's live stream during the New York session. Like that's where the crew's at. That's where everyone is. Why would I? And we all trade the same way. It doesn't make sense to split up the audience at that point. It's the same audience learning the same thing. Took a pineapple, close B. W, it is your day, bro. See? Just manifesting it, putting it out into the universe. And it happens. Most of your wins is in New York session? No. 95%. Yes. Okay. Most of my wins are in New York session. You are not wrong. 95% of the wins that you see here are Asian session, right? What I do in New York isn't posted on here because that's not on stream. So, like last week I had 350 plus pip positions, right? None of them are posted on the stream record. They don't exist because that was done off stream. So anything I do off stream when we're not live is not on here. And we are live for Asian session, right? It's very rarely, like sometimes, yeah, we covered Christmas break, New Year's break. We covered when Dom went on vacation to Bali. We covered that week, right? But New York, I think, is just simple. Not simpler, but it's like for an experienced, for a seasoned trader, it's a more interesting proposition than Asian session. All right, so it's doing what we asked it to do before. Right, the hourly's gonna flip here. Sorry, the hourly already did flip here. I don't know this is a good resistance, right? I'd want to see the previous hourly, top of the previous hourly. Yeah, gang. I don't want to call it just yet because it might right up here. We'll see. You ever been in Bali? No. 4 maybe flipping? Yeah, the 4 hour actually may be flipping, but I'm not going to take this flip because previously that 4 hour flip was based on the fact that the hourly was bullish, previous hourly closed bullish. Now we close. Now if we flip, we're going to fill that previous hourly wick. I don't have that same analysis since the previous hourly now has closed bearish and with a steep bottom wick. So I would need another bullish closure on the hourly or the 30 right above range, and then another rebreak out of lows then in order for us to take buys, because you would need to tap into 2246.87 again. This will be so interesting. And 5 held. You taking a sell stop on the flip? Not yet. If we create a top wick, a couple of more pips. Yeah, if we can create a few more pipettes. So you'll see the 4 hour flip here. I don't have anything here yet. I'm just measuring some things. This is pretty much a pip off. Okay. We have 8 minutes here for this 15 to close. If we flip and break the lows on this 15, this must be a rebreak of the hourly low. If we can do that, I'll look for positions at 22.47.841. To be quite honest with you, I don't think that's going to be the case. It's possible, but time-wise, I don't think it'll be the case. They told me you don't want to compete with Nick, that's why you don't stream in New York when you do. I don't compete with nobody. I tell you guys this all the time. The hustle is not versus any other trader or anyone else. The grind is against poverty. Period. That's it. I don't compete with nobody. And I don't think anyone can do what I do. Like, exactly to the T. Like, let's make it understand. But there are things I can't do that I can't do that a lot of other people do that you do, right? Like, everyone got their own thing, but like in my head, I think I'm the best at what I do. Like, I don't think there's anyone better than me. But that's just like that's not an approach like, oh, like I'm the best and you need to have that mindset to succeed. No, I just feel like my thought process and my like in my head, I would trust it over anyone. Like no matter how much success you've had, like I'll listen to you, but like if it's going on in that moment in real life, like I'll trust my thought process over anybody. It's like, it's not that I'm the best at it. I'm the best for myself because I can understand the thought process. I can apply it. It's just like I'm the best at understanding myself. That's just how I approach it. Little flip. But yeah, the only competition here, the only hustle is against poverty, not against anyone else. I love Nick. Nick is great. Don's great. You're great, chat. Like, there's no need to compete. It just do right by you. Help yourself. Boys here. I'm here to just take my positions and really provide value to anyone that really wants to help themselves. Whoever genuinely tries to help themselves, I try to provide the value. Everything else is just noise. Everything else is irrelevant. At the end of the day, I want to see everybody eating, right? It doesn't have to be at my table. You don't have to eat at my table. We could eat at different tables, but as long as you're eating, I just want to see you all successful. I don't care if we have disagreements. We don't look, we don't see eye to eye when it comes to politics, when it comes to world events, when it comes to, religion, when it comes to soccer teams, when it comes to calling something soccer or football. Like, I don't care if we see eye to eye. I still want the best for all of you. I still right? We could completely disagree on everything, and just it's the luck of the draw, right? Where we're born into, what kind of situation we're born, right? What kind of situations we experience. It's just the luck of the draw. At the end of the day, like, there are people that love you, right? No matter how much we might disagree or agree, there are people that love you and there are people that love me. There are people that are important to me, there are people important to you, right? So that's the humanity in us. None of that changes, right? Like, just because I think you're an asshole doesn't mean somebody else might think you're an asshole, right? And the same thing goes for me. So I'd rather see all of yous winning. We agree or disagree, like each other or not like each other, I'd still want to see you winning. And let me tell you, if you're showing that you want to get this, you want to learn, and you're asking the right questions, I'm motivated to answer. I'm not like, I don't feel like really helping this guy. And so, no, I'm motivated to answer everybody because I enjoy this. This is what I'm good at, and it's what I like doing. Like, it's what I really love, right? So it brings me nothing but pleasure to actually explain the thing I love and why I love it, right? Anyway, all right, 2 minutes here. I think we're gonna close back up in range. See another fake out on this will be a 30 now. No, it's gonna be a 15. Another 15 fake out. I know I'm gonna log off stream. We're gonna get this bottom wick here and a bullish push, and I just honestly, I don't think it's a great time to be in a position. Because yeah, you're gonna get this bottom wick and a buy on the 15, but it's just every other time frame is bearish. The previous candle has closed bearish, so you haven't had any bullish closures. The only closure you're gonna have here, besides this little ugly ass 5 candles, you really want a 15 above here. You're getting that. Then you also want a 30 and a steep top wick, and then a bottom wick to break the lows. You don't really have a bottom wick here. It's just, I think there's just enough reasons for why not to trade as there are why to trade. Good pullback on crypto. I just don't trade crypto. I don't. Still hold the position, trusted the analysis already, accept trade as a law. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, if you took our position, you're running in pretty decent profits right now. Yeah, if you took our position, you're like 20-some in profit. If you never closed. It's hard. It's hard to take everything closed bearish. You gotta close your bearish below the range on the 30, right? On the first 30 of this candle. This is where you're like, oh shit, this is a top wick. If it flips, it's fucking driving down. Or this is one of those, let's close like this and also have a top wick. That way the next candle could spring us up. As for me, chat, yeah, I'm gonna call it here in 15 seconds. Why 15 seconds? Why not call now? Oh, me and Jaconda over here. Me and my Mona Lisa. You guys like my Mona Lisa? She be looking like Diddy Lisa at the moment right now. I don't know why. Girl, you better lose that hat. Yeah, let's get a little flex going. Let's do this. Everybody flexing? Flex them guns. Let's get them biceps into the stream. Let's go, everybody. Eddie, let's get that flex going. Damn, dog. Look at them guns, dog. Chat. This is Mac. This is Nina. Welcome to the gun show.
Oh man, that brings back so many memories. I used to have jokes on jokes. I almost went to jail one time for bringing these guns to school.
Mac and Nina. They hit you, make you do the Macarena. You have a license for these? Arms Corleone? True. True.
Does a weed license count?
Damn. And he got some big ass biceps. The fuck? What you curling, dog? Eddie be over there hammer curling the 90s and shit.
I usually do the ropes for biceps, to be honest.
Yeah, but you can't just do the rope for an hour and a half.
No, I do the ropes, and then I usually do machines for arms, to be honest.
All right. 35s and 40. Bougie, you know you fucking curl in the 80s and shit. I curl 45s, 40, 35. And like curls would be like the last thing I do out the gym when I'm dead tired. So it's like I could probably do like 50s if it's like the beginning of the gym session. 30s for sets of 12. All right. That's good. Yeah, the 30s are, I think, like a solid weight if you want to see some bicep growth. You know what the key is to seeing bigger arms? It's not the bicep, it's the tricep. Tricep is a much bigger muscle than the bicep. So like you get a bigger bicep. I mean, you get a bigger tricep, right? You just get them on eBay or build one like most normal people do, right? So if you work out and get some bigger triceps, they make your arms look bigger. That's the reason your arms look big, not the biceps. It's the tricep make your arm look swole. Triceps don't dummy though.
100%. If you
Got
just do
twins.
biceps, your arms will look weird.
I mean, you're also not gonna grow them as much because you need some tricep power to do some exercises for the biceps. Your arm's gonna. You're gonna look like what's that guy with the bazooka arms, the Russian dude that injected like the oil into his arms. Did you see that? And now like he's got like I don't know, like 40-inch fucking biceps, and he's got like I don't know. He's never hit the gym in his life. Synthol, that's what it was. Synthol, that's right.
Yeah, he's super famous in Russia.
In Russia, here's the thing, he became like a TV personality. You know what he's like? He's like Beetlejuice over here. Like, you know how Beetlejuice became famous through like Howard Stern and shit? Like, he became famous like that too, like through Instagram over there. They saw his on, and then he was like on stupid TV shows, like fighting real UFC fighters and shit. He got in, like, he fought somebody, and like his arm started leaking during the fight. He almost had to amputate that shit.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah. They like his doctor said, stop that shit. Stop the leaking. I mean, that's easy, right? If your biceps leaking, well, I mean, we just get some of that. What is that called? Fuck, what's that spray called? You seen the dude on TV where he just sprays the whole bottom of his boat? Flex Seal.
Flex Seal, yeah.
You just get a little Flex Seal for the bicep. That's a W. Yo, there's 10 minutes left on this hourly. I said I was going to stick around for 15 minutes. I then sat here through the entire hour. Mighty Bond. Biceps grow from curling and twisting. That's not what she said. 4 pips on the alley. All right, chat. Honestly, that's our session. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Happy April Fools. We are not retiring. We're going to be here for a very, very, very long time. All right, at least till next week. The best background comes from pull-up variations. Possibly. 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 I just find lifting heavy shit works. Anyway.
Exactly. Just lift shit.
Yeah, just lift heavy shit and put it down for no reason. It should work perfectly. Should be fine. Gang, thank you so much for coming through tonight. 2 streams in one. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Make sure you're there for the morning stream, for Donvo's stream. I'll be there on the Zooms at 8 a.m. Eastern. I'll see you guys probably after Don's stream. And if you're not on the morning session stream, we will be live here again at 8 p.m. Eastern, as we are every single weekday. Okay, chat? Oh, shit. Our song's coming up, and I didn't even have to speed it up or fast forward or do anything. It's just coming right up. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. Mods, you as well. Appreciate you guys. Green, welcome back from Vegas. Hope you made some dough, and if you didn't, just drop your Cash App in here, and I'm sure the gang will be happy to donate in the last few seconds of the stream. Chat. Oh, yeah, I already said love and wisdom to you all. That's it. That's our session. And just like that, another Asian session is in the books for the second time. Good night, everybody.